a race to China, just a race in China. Little bad trendy bitch, but she mixed with China. Real thick vagina, smuggle bricks to China. I tell all my niggas, cut the check.
Hey guys, so I am coming to you with another video, and this one is going to be an inspired video on Nicki Minaj, you know, Chun-Li, King Kong, whoever she is, the Queen, X Miss Ellen, whoever. But this is an inspired look from her SNL show that she was a co-host on, and I just absolutely love the look. I wish like the front was actually blonde like her hair was all blonde all around. Super gorgeous, but hey, you have to do what you can, work with what you got, you know. And I think I did a pretty good job. And if you do like this look and want to know how I learned it, how I learned it, or learn how I did it, then make sure you keep on watching and subscribe to my channel right now. Don't wait, just go ahead and subscribe now. You like the look, you like it, subscribe, stay tuned. Okay, jumping right in, we're going to start off with a nice clean face, and we are going to start with the Tarte Cosmetics concealer in the shade Tan Sand, and we're going to spread that all over our lids and use that as a base. And then we are going to take Makeup Shayla's collaboration palette with ColourPop and take this nice little shade. It's kind of like MAC Saddle, and we're going to use that as the transition shade. Just blending that into the crease a little bit above it. And now we're going to take this orangey rusty type shade with a fluffier brush, and we're going to go a little bit lower than the shade that we just applied. And I'm definitely going to build up this shade, just going a little bit at a time because the shade is very pigmented. I really love this palette. I think this palette is a must-have. Now I am going to go in with a smaller brush, kind of like the MAC 217 brush, and I'm going to kind of just start to carve out my my crease area with this color, but also deepen it up at the same time. Carve it out, deepen it up, and I'm just going to take a little bit at a time to build it up, doing the same thing, just taking a little bit onto the brush and then blending it out, taking a little bit more and blending it out until I'm fully satisfied with the way that it looks. Now I'm going to take a little bit more of that concealer that we, I just used. You ain't doing nothing right now, probably. Anyway, so I am going to carve out my, or just basically do a cut crease. This is all we're really doing. And I'm using the concealer to cut it out to clean up that crease area. Because Nicki always tends to really just have a cut crease and some liner. So that's basically what we're going to do. I could have made this a little bit better, and, you know, just looking at it and just how I felt that day, I feel like it could have been better. But we're just going to go with it right now. I wish my eyes shape was a little bit different, but it's not. Okay. Now I'm going to take this black shade from Anastasia, which is called Noir, and I just have it in a single. And I'm also taking a liner brush, and I'm edging up that shadow with my cut crease, and just basically just going right along where I just cut my crease at. And I also just kind of go back and just brush it into the other shadow as well. But I'm also making sure that if I'm blending it, I'm going upwards towards my brows and not down, because we don't want to mess up what we just created by cutting the crease. So yeah, that's all that I'm doing. See, like I feel like I went downwards a little bit. So I'm just going to go back with the concealer and clean that area up. And this is just it's a Dillium Tools brush. It's a lip brush. And now I'm going to go back with a pencil brush by Sigma Cosmetics and kind of just go over that that black and that brown and just blend out the edges of that shadow so it doesn't look just like a harsh line. Now I'm going to take that same color we started off in the beginning and a flat brush, and I'm just going to pat that all over my lid area, just because I want to make sure that the concealer is set and it won't budge or move or anything like that. And also because Nicki just kind of has like a natural nude skin tone like color, so that's what we're doing. We're just going to use the same kind of concept. Now I'm going to take my LA Splash Liquid Metals Duo. This was in the shade Wizardry, but in all the duos, they have a black liquid liner on the end that has a felt tip. I absolutely positively love these. You guys, I'm going to put the code somewhere in the video. And it's also a link down below and the code as well if you guys want to check out these liners. Yeah, but just creating like a thin-ish line. Like hers is always kind of super long, but we both have different eye shapes. So definitely make sure that you kind of create it kind of long, but definitely still fit it towards your eye shape. Now I am going to take this kind of banana-ish shadow. Well, it's not a shadow, but gonna act as a shadow and place that right under my brow bone. Now I stacked these lashes, two of them, and I believe that was in the style number 38 from the blue boxes. And see, they kind of have like this weird, I don't know. You know, Nicki has bold, different type lashes. So that's exactly what I have. And I think the 38 fit that style perfectly. And I don't mean weird in a bad way, but she has like the pointy lashes, and you know, hey, cool. I love Nicki's look. Her wing liner is to Ariana Grande's, you know, ponytail basically. Now I'm going to take this NARS foundation in the shade Macau. It's the Radiant Foundation. And you guys, honestly, I feel like this foundation ended up getting so yellow on me. I don't know why. And I ended up like really hating it like after this video. Like I don't know. But it feels good. It looks amazing. But it just kind of was so yellow to me. And I was sad. So I'm thinking maybe I need to go a shade darker, but if you're looking at it, like it looks like really, really amazing on me, but I just didn't like it. So I feel like I need to go a little bit darker. Now I'm going to take that same concealer I used in the beginning, the Tarte Shape Tape in Tan Sand. I am going to take my Beauty Blender and blend it all out. You guys, whenever you applying your concealer, make sure that you don't go past where your brow stops, and you don't want to go below where your nose stops. And you want to also make sure that you are blending, 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 blending. Blend till you don't see where your concealer starts and stops at. And that's just basically the, you know, the key to blending anywhere on your face is making sure you don't see harsh edges. Now I'm going to take this Anastasia stick foundation, and this one is in the color, I believe, Cocoa. Um, it just looks kind of red on me, and Nicki tends to have like a bronzy look all the time, so that's what we're going for. And you guys know I can't live without my Pure Cosmetics Cameo Contour Stick, so I added a little bit of that to create a little bit more depth, so that you know my cheekbones be popping. You know I like it. But overall, we're going for a bronzy look, so this is what we have. And again, you're making sure that you're blending, blending, blending so you don't see where it starts and stops at. Now I'm going to take an old favorite, the YSL loose powder in number 3. And I'm just going to take this in all my areas where I highlighted at. So it's going to be underneath my eyes, down the center of my nose, on my chin area, and my forehead. And I also did add a little bit to cut my my cheekbones. And then I'm going to take cinnamon and carob contour refills, and I'm going to basically bronze up my face by setting those contour areas, or the areas where I added the bronzer and contour creams. Now I'm going to take this L'Oreal Infallible Matte Pro Powder, and I'm just going to set my entire face with that powder, and I'm using a flat top brush because I like it to be full coverage. So yeah, and I want to also press it into my skin. So I felt like I still needed to be a little bit more warmer, more bronze. So I took my Black Radiance palette and the middle shade and just kind of added that over top, kind of like blush as well. Now I'm going to take one of my favorite like CoverGirl palettes just because of the highlighters in it. And I'm just going to add that over top to highlight. And I really like the pinky shade because it gave like this super wet like look. Like it did not like just sit on top of my skin. Like it looked like my skin was just literally wet. Love, 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 love that shade. And you guys already know that I love the gold kitty in there. So, yeah. Love these. Haven't used the shadows yet. But I do love the kitties. So, now I'm going to take this liquid lipstick from the CoverGirl Queen collection. And I'm just going to have to put that name in the video or down below so you guys can know what it is. And I really didn't line my lips. I don't even think Nicki really ever just has like liner, but oh well. And then I'm going to take a NYX Butter Gloss and apply that over top of it. You guys, this is really the finished look. I hope you guys liked it, and if you did, then make sure that you like this video and definitely give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video.
I don't date honey, cookie on tsunami. All my niggas wife me once they get that good punani. I think he need the bunny. I might just let them find me.